We have quite a large selection of dash cams. I'm going to let Mike, I think he's there with us, going to let him talk about some of the technical aspects. If you have any questions, that might be the way to go. You can just fire off questions and we'll be here to answer them for you.
Yeah, that'd probably be the best approach. I would like to start off with saying that dash cam will protect you, your property, your rights, and on the same token, it also makes you a better operator because you are now aware that anything can be used against you as well.
I guess I got a question to start off. I think I asked earlier. I've read where they're not permissible in court because something along the lines of it's not watching you, so by it watching now, you can't use it if you got into some accident or something. So I wanted to know, was that true, or are you positive that that's not true, or what?
I think that varies from community to community, state to state, et cetera, et cetera. I've have witnessed accidents with my cameras, and the police have actually taken the video and used it in their cases. But again, that's Canadian law too, right? So I think it's just going to vary from different jurisdictions.
10-4.
I have a question. I've heard they cause more troubles than they do having them in your truck, because if someone stops in front of you and you hit them and you're too close to them, then they can get you for following too close.
I have a video that was submitted to me a couple of years ago, and it was actually one of the videos that made my page really popular, where a lady pulled in front of a semi, hit her brakes. She was going to do a U-turn where the maintenance guys turn around on the highway, and the lady driving the truck plowed into her, and the lady in the car was cited for dangerous driving and a few other things, and the truck driver was completely off the hook.
Some research this afternoon on that topic as well, and I think Mike's right. It pretty much varies from community to community based. It doesn't matter whether you're in the United States or Canada. But it also depends on the judge, and sometimes it's admissible as evidence, and sometimes it's not. So it's kind of ambiguous at this point. There's not many laws in place for them.
I've definitely heard of more instances where they help than hurt. I'm curious on the pricing. How can you guys compare to the truck stop pricing, and what kind of packages you guys got?
Okay, well, we have our pricing is extremely competitive, and you can most certainly double check that online. We try to be as competitive as possible because we're not out there to rob anybody of extra profit that we don't need. We're out there to try to get them out into the market, and our philosophy is volume, low price and volume. So if there's, as far as the technical packages that we have available, Mike, I'll let you take that one, man.
Okay, well, we have anything from 1 to 4 cameras. We can get larger amounts of cameras. We're working on a wireless package. We have one for backing up. I'm working on a wireless 4 package. As far as pricing goes with the truck stops, we beat pretty much anybody. And I'm offering 30% off to anybody in this group. All you have to do, Darren has a code that you put in the promo box, and yeah, check online. Like, I was involved with another company, some of you may have been there for that webinar, and you can know the differences in prices from mine to his, and it's quite vast. The thing here is I am a truck driver, so I know what you guys go through day to day. I've been doing it for 31 years, and I'm just trying to make our lives easier.
Makes a lot of sense. As well as now, just want to point out that we just transitioned from one company to another online. So our inventory online is not 100% complete yet. We are adding products daily, perhaps weekly, but we don't just put them up there to sell them. We want good quality stuff. So you won't find, you will find less expensive dash cams for the people who don't want to spend $300 and $400 on them, but they're all good quality. The best quality that we can find in terms of specifications, in terms of the lens, and in terms of the chipset, which is pretty important. Mike, you can take that one.
Yeah, definitely. In lower quality dash cams, you'll notice, like when you're reviewing a file, like, quite often the image seems to skip, kind of like a grocery store surveillance system. And that's where the processor comes in, because especially when you're dealing with multiple channels, it's got to be able to handle all that input. And I mean, there's so many variables with color, light, sound, environment, etc.
Yeah, one thing that I've come across with a Cobra, and I had another one that was real cheap that I bought at Walmart. I can't even remember what it was called, but it would go out if it got too hot. Do you guys have any issues with that with yours, with them getting too hot and overheating?
Not really. Mind you, we don't get the same temperatures you do down there, but we try to source out products that have protection cells in them so the battery doesn't explode and melt all the innards.
No, that's true. The temperature varies so vastly from one corner of our continent to the other. It's that's kind of difficult to tell. But they are all torture tested. They're torture tested to, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, -26 and or degrees. That's Celsius, by the way. Sorry, I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, guys and ladies. But yeah, it's they're very good cameras, guys and ladies.
The ones I test personally, I put them on my defrost as hot as I can get it. I put them in the freezer in my fridge, and then I plug them back in. And basically, if they don't pass my personal preference, then we won't sell them.
So I'm kind of looking for one just to face forward and maybe on my passenger side on the mirror, depending on the price, maybe one on the driver's side mirror. What kind of price range would I be looking at for something like that?
We have an MDVR that's actually built specifically for trucks. It's more inclined towards fleets because it's tamper-proof, like it's locked. You can't get the cards out to alter them unless you have the actual key. And they're running around $339 US, and that gives you 4 cameras. And you can put them anywhere you want. They're all weatherproof. They're all infrared. And for any guys that do use dash cams with infrared lights on them, they're not going to work inside the vehicle. Infrared you cannot see, but it sees itself in the filming, and it reflects off the window, and it actually blinds itself.
So they need to be installed on the outside, like on top of the window?
Well, when I was running that system, I just put black tape over the infrared lights for the inside one, because I mean, face it, your camera's going to get just as dirty as your windshield, right? You don't want to be hopping out every 10 minutes just to clean that off.
And actually, guys and ladies, Mike, just want to correct you on the price, buddy. It's actually $259 American on our site. So that's a savings of about $80 right there. But of course, our regular retail is $259 US plus shipping, of course. And we're offering 30% off tonight. So, well, actually, I guess it would be permanently to you guys and ladies. So there you go.
Oh wow. Is there? Well, if you guys could just talk about the color or the clarity in the cameras. I know if we can go to the Dash Cams Online Facebook page or website, we can see some of that. Also, night driving. What do you got for so we can see in the dark, or so the cameras can see in the dark?
Every camera we have has night vision.
Will that night vision go through the windows like you were talking about? Infrared is seeing temperatures, right? It's not actually seeing a photo.
Infrared just kind of complements low lighting levels, so it'll give you. It's not going to give you super vision, but it definitely enhances. I can see about 2/3 down my trailer with those particular cameras.
How do we get the discount? What do we have to do if we buy online?
Just go right to the website. To click on the camera, add it to the cart, and you'll be asked for the checkout code. And your special is TTC for Trucker Talk Chat and Chat 30.
And what's the website?
That would be www.dashcamsdon'tlie.com. And keep in mind, we do guarantee all of our products. If you're not happy with it for any reason, if you send it back, of course, undamaged in its original packaging, we'll give you a full refund on the product. Now, also keep in mind that we're probably going to be listing other products on our website, like I said, over a period of time. So if you wouldn't mind, if we're not going to bombard you with crap for sure, but we'll send you maybe a little bit of information, maybe once every 2 weeks or something like that. If you want to subscribe to our email list, that would be appreciated too. But again, you'll always have the option of unsubscribing at any point in time. And we're not out there to listen. I hate spam as much as you do, so I'm not going to about to do that to you, but I'll just keep you informed of what we find in terms of dash cams, new products, maybe new laws that come out or something like that.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I'm definitely going to check the website out, and I'll probably end up purchasing something for sure, because I've been looking for a while at the truck stops, and I just don't like what I see.
Yeah, ditto. Also, I don't know if we can maybe segue into some of the other products that you carry as well. I know I'm definitely interested in a body cam.
Right, and Mike was mentioning that as well. Now we have one body cam. It's more of a secret. It's a spy cam, if for lack of a better term. You basically just put it in your pocket. It looks like the tip of a pen, but it's actually recording, incognito, so to speak. So that is very handy. But we also sell more expensive body cams that you can wear. That if you don't really want or care that people see it on you, that are better quality, in fact, are used by police forces and such. So we sell those type of products as well. And we can, like I said, we're going to be adding more products all the time. So if there's anything that you see that you like on any other website or in a magazine or at a truck stop for that matter, shoot me an email, shoot me a message on Facebook or Mike, and we'll find the product and we'll send you a price. And if you're happy, we'll order one for you. But we're going to be coming out with a lot of different products that will probably be, Mike and I have been discussing whether we're just going to keep it as dash cams or video, whether that's residential, commercial, obviously vehicle, and personal. But we were also contemplating releasing products that would help you as a trucker or as a long haul driver. They have awesome stuff that you can get in terms of cooking, comfort, all that sort of stuff. So if you guys have any questions about that sort of stuff or requests, feel free to hit us up anytime.
We also have a camera we just brought on board. It looks like a key fob to unlock your car with. So if the pen, it doesn't work for you, you can just have it on your keychain there. Just hold your keys in your hand. You're dealing with a nasty receiver or shipper, then you can get all the evidence you need. Because I know, like, sometimes I've gotten into arguments with various personnel in this line of work, and it's his word against yours. But when you're trying to talk to your boss and he's trying to protect his company, he's more inclined to take their word.
I have a question. I did not hear you as I was driving. Did you say that what's infrared? What is that? Is that the, I know what the infrared is. Is that what explain to me? I heard something about infrared.
Infrared basically takes a dark level of light and just adds to it. It'll show up all the white things, and it gives you more of a more vision at night, really. You can't see it with your human eye, though.
Okay, so do you have capacitors or do you have the batteries?
It's all run right off the batteries. And shoot, I forget what I was going to say.
Hey, so I'm looking at your 4-camera system right now with a 7-inch screen. So you're saying that these cameras are typically designed to be installed outside, but it makes sense to install them inside and just black tape over the infrared portion, right? Is that what you said?
Yeah, you bet. Just the forward-facing one. The other ones could be outside.
I mean, that seems like it's really reasonably priced, because I've been looking for dash cams as well, and I haven't liked anything at the truck stops, but I mean, this kind of looks like a legitimate home security system in a sense for the truck.
Yes, and our major competitor sells that same system with only 3 cameras, not 4, for over $700.
And can you give me like a estimated price of what the body cameras would start at?
I think the pen one is about $65. Correct me if I'm wrong. Darren, you have some pictures you can actually throw up on here so that these guys can look at them if they're not near a computer, so they can see what we're talking about.
Yeah, the minicam is $62, and sorry, how do I throw pictures on here? Oh, via the computer, you mean, Mike?
Yeah, on your main screen, you should see a camera. If you hit that camera and go to your files or your gallery, and then you should be able to find the picture that you're looking for from there. And ultimately, when you get the picture brought up, there'll be an arrow or a check mark. You hit that check mark, and that'll put it in the history.
I'm definitely getting that pen, man. I want that one.
Yeah, if you guys give me a couple minutes, I can get some pictures on there. I probably have them more readily available than Darren does. I'm just driving at the moment. Yeah, I'll get the pen one up there for sure. And I think I have some from that black box that I had installed on my truck. And you'll be able to see what I'm talking about.
And I will definitely figure it out. I've just never done it before on Zello, so I'll figure it out for sure within the next short period of time, and I'll put them on, I guess, on this channel, and then you guys can look at them at your leisure.
Nah, 10-4. And I do, just like Myron has already stated, I do encourage everybody to hit the site or the Facebook page, Dashcams Online, and they got a lot of fire over there.
Hey, Darren, are you using an Android or iPhone? Using an iPhone, that little camera is to the top left of the circle, the talk button.
Yeah, no, I'm using an Android, but and I will figure it out. So yeah, thanks, bud. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I got a question. I guess Mike. Thank you, man. I got a question, Mike. If you have the infrared lights, say on the outside of the truck, and the camera on the inside of the truck, does that improve your driving in fog or rain? I mean, can you see? Does that give you better vision?
No, not on that. All the infrared does is basically give the camera a little more content to be found, like to display.
I'm jumping on the site right now, man. I'm about to cop this pen, man, because that's much needed, man. All around, everywhere.
Yeah, and we're, besides Facebook and our website, we're also on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube.
You know, so this 4-camera system, I see you've got a rear view system. The rear view, I'm assuming, is wide angle. The 4-camera system, do any of these have wide angle? Are they all wide angle? Can I use one of them for rear view backing?
All the cameras are wide angle, yes.
Yeah, I wanted to ask that question too. Can it be used for when you're backing up? And also, if you have like a radio that has backup camera capabilities, can the camera connect to like almost like, you know, any does it have like a universal type of connection?
They're all coax cables for the cameras, and they're also very reasonable to replace in case, like, say, you get sideswiped and you need to replace one. We can source them out really cheap for you. Sorry, I forgot the rest of the question.
If I have a backup camera equipped radio, can those cameras be connected to it?
Probably not. Those are usually specific to the type of stereo you're talking about. That's how they get you at all these high prices, is by making stuff that's only compatible to their own stuff. Kind of like Apple is. Like, I know my Android phone won't play MOV movies or any type of. If someone sends me a video from an iPhone, I can't play it until I get on the computer.
The home security. You say the home security system is not up, and the doorbells. I just maybe almost a year ago, I bought my mother one, and she absolutely loves it. It interfaces with her iPhone, and she's a fanatic to the point where I want one for myself and for my daughters. Is that an option? And also, how much battery life is in that spy cam?
I get about 4 hours out of my pen cam.
The spy cam is 5.5 hours. It charges for that long, or sorry, it lasts that long. And as far as the the doorbell cam, that's a great idea, and I will look into that. I have never thought of it, so thank you very much.
We've also seen things like USB sticks, like coat hooks on the wall. There's all kinds of different little cams you can get for, around the house or whatever.
Nanny cams, but there's a whole bunch of them that you can get. So we're going to be putting those up as well. But yeah, like I said, if you guys want to hit the website, throw your email up there, then I'll be able to keep you apprised of whatever we put up there.
Tenfold. And Mike, I remember you sharing a story. I don't know if you remember, but of the why it's necessary for drivers to keep a spy cam on them. If you remember that story.
I mostly use mine I've got a particular couple of receivers that tend to lie about stuff and make up stories just because, they're having a bad day or whatever. And, everybody gets a little hot under the collar. You have a few words, they call your company. Next thing you know, your boss is like, hey man, what the hell? I'm at a point now where I just send them the videos.
Yeah, and I just to piggyback that too, with the inception of the ELDs and the trucks, I think these DOT officers are gonna be looking for any way to make a few bucks off of us. So I think it's probably important, when we have those type of encounters with officers or law enforcement, that we got some sort of protection.
Now with those spy cameras, don't you have to let the cop know that you're recording them? I thought that was law.
I'm gonna let somebody else answer that, but I don't think that's the case. I think if you're out in the public, then you're supposed to be have an understanding that you could potentially be recorded. No one asked the police for surveillance cameras on the sides of buildings, and we go by them, and law enforcement goes by them all the time. But I think they do. Well, I'll let somebody else get that. But yeah.
No, you ain't got to let them know nothing, man. They public servants, so they can be recorded, man. And they should be aware of that too. And I know up there in Canada, I know them, Mike and them can probably correct me if I'm wrong, but I think up there in Canada, you can't really record nothing out in the street, right? I remember one time when I was up there in 2006, eating at a restaurant up there in Niagara Falls, and everybody acted like I pulled out a gun when I pulled out my camera.
I've never seen that issue here, but as far as I know, don't take this for absolute. Only one person in the conversation has to know that there's camera being rolled.
Again, I think it goes back to the lack of laws that are particular to dash cams because it's such a new thing. I mean, there's tons of them on the market, but it is a relatively new thing, and laws are probably going to be written about them, but it's very ambiguous from state to state and province to province out there. So I guess it's whether the judge is having a day where he wants to admit it or admit it as evidence or not. It's just one of those things.
I know with all the police brutality cases and everybody having cell phone cameras, I know the new thing that the police are doing now is trying to commandeer your phone as evidence. Have you heard anything or noticed anything while you guys are in the field as far as the dash cams? The police, you know, you get in an accident and they want your dash cam footage.
Yeah, some people will. Some judges live by it. I mean, it's hard to refute. I mean, even if it's coming through your windshield, and they can still see the front of your car, the front of your truck, or whatever you might be driving, and they can certainly see it happen and the other vehicle involved. So, most of the time, from what I've read this afternoon, they actually rely upon it more heavily and heavily as we're going, as time passes.
You got to keep in mind too that most police cruisers have cameras in them, and they definitely use their own footage
and body cams.
And they don't tell you that that they're recording you.
And if you get shot, they may not even be recording you.
Yeah, it's funny how that works. Sometimes they don't work out of convenience, I think.
Hey, so a couple more questions about the rear view parking system. So I'm looking at the picture. It looks like it's wireless. Is that like a little antenna poking up? And then the other question was, is it a different camera to one of the cameras with a 4-camera system?
It's the same camera. You are correct, it is wireless. And I am working on getting a 4-camera wireless system. We just haven't found one at a reasonable price.
With it being wireless, what kind of batteries do they have, and what kind of life are they going to have?
I can't give you an honest answer on that. I've heard that you get about 6 to 8 hours while using the camera, but that's just usually for backing up, right? So you're not using it a whole lot.
Are they going to be rechargeable batteries, you think, or is it going to be like you have to put batteries in it every 6 to 8 hours?
I would think it is rechargeable. I honestly don't know.
I'm checking that right now, guys. Hang on a sec.
Personally, for me, I prefer wired systems just because, you know, wireless is wireless. You lose phone calls, you lose video signals. It happens.
What's the difficulty of installing, like, say, the 4-camera wired system? And is there, I'm sure there's instructions that come with it, but what about like YouTube videos as far as installation for if we had to install it ourselves?
I'm having a guy,
The spy cam?
you betcha, 1280p definition and sound.
I wish you guys could come up with a device to get these middle lane riders out the way.
Yeah, it's called a Sidewinder.
Nah, we actually what we could use, and I don't know, but something that would project a thought that you have out the side of your windshield and in front of the person's windshield who is in your way, and with some choice language, very choice language, like, you know, please find yourself in the soul lane. Just move over, please.
Man, I just scared the shit out of him.
Buddy.
Nice.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, I need some of them, man. I might mess around. My brakes might lock up on me the way I'll use it.
Oh, they're definitely effective. And then I got a 55-inch light bar on top of my sun visor as well.
Yeah, I'm thinking we're gonna need bigger air tanks for that air horn, because we get a lot of use out of that.
Yeah, I threw up some pictures of the system I had installed well before in this truck.
One question that wasn't asked, but I'll answer it anyway. As far as shipping goes, depends on the choice that you make in terms of checking out. But whatever shipping you guys choose, we'll also take another 30% off of that as well.
I didn't get how much of a discount we would get for the cameras themselves. I was
30% off of everything in the store.
okay. 10-4.
Now, what is the? Looks like you got a harness or something that all the wires feed into. That picture, Mike.
That's the brain of the system. That's where all the processor and the memory cards go.
Okay, Roger. And is there anything? I'm sorry, I got another question. Is there anything that you carry that would upload to like a server or somewhere else outside of the truck?
That 4-cam system can be set up to do that. And it's also capable of having alarms, like say on your toolboxes and whatnot. So if someone's like rooting around in your truck when you're not there, you'll be able to see it on your phone. You'll get a warning. But that's installation expertise I don't have.
Copy that. Yeah, we got some folks in here listening, and well, not that they can't talk, but they can't key up.
Well, it's been a great pleasure meeting all of you for sure. And if do us a favor, if you're happy with our service, it would be greatly appreciated if you could pass the word. As well as if any of you have a website or another something that you work on the side in terms of a website, you're selling something or whatever, even a website for your company. You can also join our affiliate program, which will be up shortly as well, and you can earn commission for everything that you sell. So we have that available as well.
Will you guys be at the truck show in March at Matt's?
No.
It's in Louisville, Kentucky, March 22nd through the 24th, truck show.
Where is it?
I don't think we will. Not at this time. We're not set up to do that stuff yet. But our competitor that we spoke with last time will be there. You can look at their stuff, same stuff we have, and do the price, see the price difference. We beat them by 50% easily.
And actually, you never ever know. It depends on how things transpire over the next 3 or 4 months. We could potentially be at that show as well. It'd be great to meet you, you guys and ladies. That'd be awesome. Kentucky's not that far. Well, I mean, it's not exactly close, but it's not that far from me in Ontario. Probably about the same distance with Mike and I.
Nah, you'd definitely be closer to Louisville. And Darren, I've avoided saying your last name because I didn't want to butcher it. So if you could please pronounce your last name for us.
Yeah, it's French. It's Villeneuve. That's the best you can get, Villeneuve.
Copy the Villeneuve. But no, yeah, we all got little things that we're working on here. A lot of us owner operators. A lot of us subscribe to different rooms. So that could definitely be an option as far as affiliate. And I mean, and ultimately, I don't know if anybody can argue down the need for a dash cam at this, at this juncture, or at this point. I think it's something definitely necessary. I still haven't figured out why they're putting them inside the cabs. That's beyond me.
Well, we also very, very much appreciate the opportunity to talk with you folks as well. And you're absolutely right, by the way. I just looked at a map, and we're a lot closer to Kentucky than Mike would be. A lot closer.
Yeah, I don't know. You guys are in the process of growing and everything, but it'd be great to see a truck equipped with this stuff. If not this year, maybe even next year. That would be something would be pretty awesome.
That's a great idea. Well, it's definitely going to be on the table now for sure.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, we'll talk. If you could give any kind of contact information, phone numbers, email addresses, also, and reiterate the website and the Facebook page.
Yeah, you got it. You can call us anytime at 1-833. It's toll free anywhere in North America. It's 1-833-4CARCAM. Also, you can reach our website at any time, www.dashcamsdon'tlie.com, as well as you can get to our Facebook page, which is you just search for Dash Cams Don't Lie, it'll come up guaranteed. Same thing with YouTube, same thing with Instagram, and Twitter as well. We're pretty easy to get out to get a hold of. You can also hit us on here as well. We'll stick with you guys for sure. So my personal email address is darrenvilleneuve@rogers.com. That's Darren Villeneuve, like I said, at rogers.com. And if you want to place an order that way, if you want to have any questions, feel free to hit us up anytime.
And ditto. ditto to you. You guys are in the Sovereign Roads Truck Talk and Chill Matrix. So at any point that you have any deals or specials or just some stuff that you just want to get into the hands of the people, some information to get into the hands of the people, then please feel free to come on in and share that information. Also, we do have the Sovereign Roads, that's French as well, I believe, Sovereign Roads Facebook page. So at any time you want to post something, and I think Mike has already been taking advantage of that, but if anytime you want to post anything, et cetera, videos, et cetera, please do not hesitate, feel free. Oh, and Trout, I didn't know if you wanted to put your information, your club's information out there, but yeah, feel free, absolutely.
Yeah, boy, I was kind of keeping from that. I don't want to step on their toes, but yeah, you guys, you want to come over to RTI, Real Trucking Information, and talk to those people and see, if they're interested. We talk about dash cams quite a bit in there also. You're more than welcome.
Well, you guys, I can't tell you how much we appreciate this for sure. It really helps a small business out, and you will not be forgotten for sure in everything that we do from here, for sure.
Yes.